What up guys, how you guys doing? I'm Thales and we're back with another how to slice. In today's how to slice video, we're going to be checking out a awesome zodiac sign. So let's go to the video. So this is yet another beautiful zodiac sign, and this is the couple version. As you can see, it has a really nice heart on the back. This is a really beautiful model and a great gift, a great Valentine's gift. And in this video, we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print this. So let's go. So first off, right here in layers and perimeters, in layer height, we're going to be printing this model at 0.2 millimeters. By printing at 0.2 millimeters, we're going to be printing with the standard layer height for common slicers. This way, we're going to get a good balance between time of print and quality. So this is quite nice, it's not going to take too much time to print. If you lower down this value to, let's say, 0.80 millimeters, it's going to take more time to print because it's going to have more layers. Feel free to change this value as you may like. As this is a really big model, at 0.2 millimeters, you're not going to be able to see those fine layers of print. So at 0.2 millimeters is well recommended. Going over to perimeters, we're going to be leaving at 3 just because we want a really rigid part, especially this heart right here, so it does not break. Going over to infill, we're going to be increasing to 10% infill with a gyroid infill pattern. This way, we're going to get a really dense model. Feel free to change this value to lower values if you want to save a little bit of filament, especially on this big base right here. But the weight is going to help a lot to add 10% infill, so it's not too light, because a too light print can tip off or fall off, or I don't know, it just gives a little bit of weight. In the end model is quite nice. Going over to skirt and brim, this model does not need any brim, especially on this part, because it's got a solid surface of contact to the build plate, so you do not need to increase this area of contact. The only parts that is a little bit critical are the horns right here, because as you can see, they do not have the best surface of contact to the build plate if you take a look. This is not as a big area, and as you can see, this is an arc, so it's only going to attach right here, so it's going to print from the bottom up. Right here is the connection, so it can be a little bit stable because all of this print is going to print without any support from this right side right here. So we can be adding some brim, not to this part, just to this part. I'm going to be showing you, this is just a tip. There's other ways to help with bed adhesion, such as cleaning your build plate, bed leveling, so making sure that your print is really well leveled to get a good first layer, and adding some adhesion, such as glue stick or other adhesions you may like. So we can be adding some brim to this model, but feel free, this is optional. So to add brim just to the horns, we can select, let's say this one, go to add settings, skirt and brim type, brim width. So this way we can be adding a, let's say 5mm brim just to this model right here. So as you can see, the left horn, we got a skirt and brim. To add to the right one, you can just Ctrl C or copy right here and paste, Command V. So this way we got brim on these two parts and not this big part that we do not need any brim. So as I've said before, this is just optional. Going back right here to support material, this model does not need any support material because it is optimized for printing. So this is really well. This is something really nice from STL Flix. Most models are optimized, so we do not need any support at all. Going over to speed, you can be printing at your standard print speed. Feel free to change these values as you may like, using a profile you may like, but never print it faster than the standard. It's better to print slow, and such as this model that it's got some overhangs right here and some small parts right here. So some overhangs and bridges. What I would recommend is to print slower. It's better to print one time slow than trying to print really fast and it failing multiple times. So print with the standard or lower. What I would recommend is right here on small parameters, feel free to change. So let's say I'm going to be reducing to 55 so I can show you what it's going to do in our after we slice. So on small parameters such as some small parts right here, it's going to print slower. This is going to get a good quality print and get a good cooling on small areas of our print. So now we are ready to slice. So let's do it. So as you can see, we have sliced and it looks quite nice. The print looks really nice. Right here on the horns, we added some custom brim. This is optional just to help with the bad adhesion and show you how to add some brim on just some parts in the same build plate. So all of the layers look quite nice. We're gonna print really nicely with a good bad adhesion and a good quality print. Going over to speed, you can see that it reduces the speed while printing some small parameters. I have reduced from 50 to 55 just to show where it's going to change. So feel free to add any modifications you may like. So right here, as you have sliced, as you can see, if we go down the layers, this is the exact 102 layers. So if we go over, as you can see, this is a gap. This is where you can insert your magnet. So we have to do a pause to insert the magnet. So it's gonna print until here. It's gonna stop. We gotta make sure it stops so you can insert the magnet. Then it's gonna close up with the magnet inside the model. To do that, we just find the last layer, which is this one. Select right here. So this is a pause. This is actually a color change on Prusa, but on Bamboo Slicer, it is a pause. It's the same thing. So you can just click right here and you gotta slice again. But as you can see, it's gonna change the color to our model. So this color change indicates where it's going to stop. So we can insert our magnet. So the model is ready to print. Make sure you check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STL Flix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.